Vince, if he calls here, he's liable to be calling a cab to go home.
This is just Phil, just liking to hear his voice. You know, it's just... And he finally does the obvious, folds the hand.
You're right, Vince. So the chip leader getting richer there by coming over the top of both guys.
Wow. I think I made a bad laydown. I really do. That's insane. He's already put in $1 million and $250 against me. We haven't played a round yet. And I haven't, and he's ahead of me in chips.
I don't know why you're complaining to him. Who do you think taught it to me?
Dude, nice play.
Thank you.
Now, if you're over 40,
Nice
can you
play.
say dude to someone? I don't think you're allowed.
I give you credit. Good play, man. I didn't realize you wanted to go this high. Wow.
Oh, Vince. Phil's trying to present a new image here, but he just can't help himself.
All right, this is an exciting final table here at the Bay 101.
To be honest, I didn't really like your chances to win because you're so reckless, but now I do.
Go to the next hand.
I didn't. I figured you could still finish 5th or 6th, I think. It's possible.
Anything's possible, right?
No, but look, he's shipping like $250, $1 million every hand. He raised every pot, re-raised every pot. No one in the history of poker's won like that. No one.
That's in truth. Andy's made great re-raises in both the last two hands.
Well, look at this. Everyone's folded to Andy. Again, he's going to raise. Makes it $42,000 with just a 10-6. And now the local pro, Matt, no, he can't play that hand. So the only one to beat is McLean Karr, who has a king-queen. He's made the call, so we got king-queen up against 10-6.
Yeah, flop comes Jack, 6-4. Andy does take the lead now as he's flopped 2 6s.
McLean checks.
It's crazy.
And Andy with a quick bet. Looks like $55,000.
Vince, I got to tell you, Hellmuth criticizing this kid's play. I give him a gold star. Doing a great job.
I'll be honest, I didn't think Andy would make it at a day 2 or day 3.
Oh, boy. Hellmuth bitter. Andy taking the chips. Stay with us.
Pretty frustrating, huh?
6 players remain here at the Bay 101. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The Bay 101 shooting star continues.
So you didn't like my chances make it through day 2?
Young
Yeah.
Andy Seth
You get
is the
yourself in
chip
jeopardy
leader,
for no
23
reason
years
against
old.
Evgeny, and
And listen to this. Phil
put
Hellmuth and
yourself in
Andy
jeopardy
still
like 7
bickering at each other.
times. That's not the way
Right, all
champions
night
play.
long. Hellmuth down to about 1.2.
That's just fine with me. Let's play some poker.
Let's go to the felt. Action's on Andy.
Oh, and Andy picks up another big hand. He's got ace-king again. Here he's going to raise it. Makes it $42,000 to go.
Into the local Matt, who has queen 5 folds. And now McLean Karr also going out.
Over to Dan O'Brien. He lays his hand down. Vince, it just seems like everybody's getting out of the way, and they're going to let Phil and Andy go at it for a while.
Yeah, Hasan out. Phil going to call with a king 5.
Oh, man, that tells me that
I check.
getting a little personal here with Phil. He's going to try to make something happen, calling a raise with a king 5 offsuit out of position. In poker, you never want to take anything personal. Usually costs you money.
Flop comes up Jack 6, helping neither player, and they both check.
Well, an ace comes off. Now Phil's going to take a stab at this pot. He bets $30,000 into a pot that's got over $100,000 in it.
Yeah, he's testing the water. Andy has hit aces, though.
Andy is not going anywhere, that's for sure. Well, he's coming right over the top, $85,000. Going to see if Phil's got a jack or not.
Nice hand.
And Phil lays it down. So the youngster adding to his chip lead.
I don't know, Phil. We were getting along so well yesterday. Now you just suddenly start insulting my play. What happened?
Nice hand, man.
Just got some sleep and suddenly decided that I play awful.
Oh. Phil trying to bite his tongue here.
Dude, I said nice hand. What do you want? You've come over the top of me like 4 times. You won every pot, and you busted my balls about what exactly? Would you explain to me? What is it?
Just that you insulted
What
my
is it? You
play.
beat me for like 400,000 or 500,000, played every hand, and now what? Now you want me to tell you how good you are?
No, I just don't want
Is
you
that
to
right?
insult my play. I don't want you to just come out and say,
Oh, could you be
made
wrong this time for once? Maybe you shouldn't have said what you said, or not?
All right, fine.
Okay, thank you
fairness
for
to
being a
Phil, he
man
did
at
say
least.
you were a great player a
boy.
number of times throughout this tournament, you know.
I don't know. He just came here and started insulting me today is how I felt. Maybe I was wrong.
I didn't insult you. I said I didn't think you'd win it. That's what I said.
Phil Hellmuth reverting to his old ways.
That's not an insult, is it?
To the hand we go. McLean Karr has raised it to 38,000. Everyone's folding.
Over to Phil
It's
Hellmuth.
not personal.
He's going out as well.
So McLean just has to beat Andy, but Andy's picked up a pair of queens just like that.
Well, Vince, he is getting the cards right now and playing them well at that. But he's raising almost every pot. And that's what's got Phil and everybody else baffled here right now. McLean makes the lay down there. And chalking that one up to the chip leader by raising it.
I've never seen anything like it.
Phil Hellmuth steaming like a New York subway in July. Can't take the heat. 6 players remain. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net.
Bay 101 Shooting Star is the most unique tournament in poker. We have $5,000 bounties. Some of the big name player bounties, Daniel Negreanu, Phil Hellmuth, John Jawanda, Eric Seidel, Howard Lederer. If you knock out a bounty, we'll come right to the table, hand you $5,000 in cold hard cash right there on the table. This could be a really great competitive field. We have Phil Hellmuth in there with a lot of chips right now. He's never had a win this big in his career, so I know he really, really wants this one. He's told me he feels like it's his time.
Now we're playing the game. I like this.
The World Poker Tour has been a big part of his career, yet he has never won one.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The Bay 101 Shooting Star continues.
Prahlad, I'm glad you're here. I am. I'm glad you're in my vision. You keep me smiling somehow.
Yeah, Prahlad won the Legends of Poker here on the WPT.
Too, the bicycle club legends.
The only bounty left. Phil Hellmuth chatting it up at the table.
I told him I won it in 1988. He said he was 10 years old.
I was 4.
I was 2.
Oh, boy. And I was there. All right, Hasan Habib raising under the gun with an ace-jack.
As Hellmuth goes out.
Well, Hasan's had sort of a tight image so far at this final table, so most people would lay down the ace-10 here, but not this kid. He's coming right over the top again, this time for 107,000 with an ace-10 offsuit.
Yep, Matt out. McLean Karr also goes out. Dan also out.
Hasan quickly folds the ace-jack, doesn't even think about it. So what a play by the youngster there. And Vince Hellmuth may be criticizing this play, but I'll tell you, it's hard to criticize anything he's done so far at this final table in my mind, playing flawlessly.
Everything's going right for Andy Seth out of Illinois. Now a poker pro out of Vegas. To the next hand we go. Dan O'Brien folding. Hasan out.
Over to Phil Hellmuth. Here he looks down at a 10-7 offsuit.
46.
Another junk hand he's going to raise with 46,000.
Keeps trying. Splashes those chips around. Into his young nemesis, Andy Seth. He's got just a 10-9 offsuit. He's making the call.
He's also got chips, and he's got position on Hellmuth, and right now it feels like he owns him, so he's going to gamble and play here.
Matt's out, but McLean Karr with a queen-jack in the big blind.
Well, he's going to join the party here, so we're going to have three-way action.
All right, here's the flop.
Oh, what a flop for McLean. He's flopped 3 queens. It's come queen, queen, deuce, and he quietly checks.
Yep.
And here comes Hellmuth. Making the continuation bet. Not a big bet, though. Looks like 50,000 into a pot. It's got over 150,000 in it.
You guys would have disappointed me if I checked, right?
McLean chuckling it up with his 3 of a kind.
Well, Andy's going out. McLean's going nowhere. He makes the call. Does not re-raise with the 3 queens. And he just wants to continue throwing Hellmuth some rope. Now the 9 of hearts comes off. This gives McLean a flush draw as well as 3 queens.
Quickly checks again.
Oh, boy. Well, the great Phil Hellmuth made that great feeler bet, but
90.
you're supposed to get a read with those feeler bets, but obviously that one sailed over his head as he fires again on the turn. 90,000 this time. And remember, he's got no card in his hand he can win the pot with.
Boy, it's hard to get these new school guys to fold.
What does that mean, Phil? Do you want to call or fold?
Honestly, I kind of prefer you'd fold. Even
Oh, the truth is going to hurt here, Phil.
Okay.
Of course, he gets the call to the complete discomfort of Phil.
Now the king of clubs comes off. Makes a possible straight, but McLean again checks the 3 queens.
Oh boy, he is just setting up the poker Brad just beautifully. Will Phil go forward 3 times in a row and make an official car crash?
The only way he can bet here is if he specifically puts his opponent on something like 2 4s or 2 5s and thinks another bet will get him off the hand.
190.
He's gonna do it.
That was a pretty confident 190, Phil. Prefer I fold.
Wow, McLean taking a long time to make this call here. Probably not going to raise it, but surely can't possibly lay this hand down, can he?
No, you would not think so.
Good call, you got it.
And he makes the call. Phil says you've got it.
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
So McLean Karr taking down that pot and playing it nicely by allowing Hellmuth to walk deeper and deeper into the quicksand.
Good call.
Oh, yes, he says good call. And like the song, Mama said there'd be days like this, Phil. He is spinning out of control underneath. Stay with us. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
Welcome back to San Jose, California, and continuing coverage of the Bay 101 Shooting Star Tournament.
And Mike, the guns have been blazing here at the Shooting Star Tournament with all the players aiming at that first place prize.
Well, so far tonight, youth is prevailing at this table. The 3 guys in their 20s are our chip leaders, led by Andy Seth with $2.5 million. McLean Karr has about $1.3 million. Dan O'Brien just under $1 million.
To the money pit we go. Hasan Habib, originally out of Pakistan, now living in LA, picks up ace-9 in first position. Doesn't even think about it, a quick fold.
48,000.
Well, Phil Hellmuth's got an ace-4. He not only thinks about it, he raises it to 48,000.
Yep, but to his left, the young nemesis, Andy Seth with ace-queen.
Well, Vince, in fairness to Phil Hellmuth, this guy has held over Phil all night tonight so far. Here he's got ace-queen. My guess is he's going to raise it again.
Sure enough, he sticks in the raise, makes it 133 to go. Matt quickly folds his hand.
McLean out.
Yep, Dan O'Brien not going to play.
Phil Hellmuth biting his lip here.
All right, buddy. Nice hand.
He does throw his hand away.
Yeah, he is just being manhandled now by this Andy.
They don't want to let me win a single pot. That's so brutal. Wow.
So brutal.
Oh, he's like Dangerfield. I get no respect.
I'll tell you one thing. Phil Hellmuth's like a teapot, and the lid's about to blow off right now, I think.
He's being tortured by the 23-year-old. All right, to the next hand we go. McLean Karr.
Now he's got the ace-queen this time. He's going to raise it under the gun. He comes in for 38,000.
Into Dan from New York. He goes out.
Well, Hasan looks at a 10-4. He's out as well.
Yep.
Hellmuth going to rest.
Yes.
Back to the chip leader. This time he looks down at a 3-5 offsuit.
How much did you start the hand with? I think about 1.2, a little more.
Well, Hellmuth needs to pay attention here because he's not just picking on Hellmuth. Look at this, Vince. He is going to re-raise here with the 5-3 offsuit. Unbelievable.
Well, he's in such a zone right now. He thinks he can do no wrong. He makes fun of Hellmuth. He holds over everyone. He makes moves. And this time, he's pushing with 5-3.
Well, what do you do now with an ace-queen? With a guy that seemingly re-raises every pot? Well, you call him. That's what you do.
Yeah.
At least that's what McLean's doing.
Yeah, got to do that with ace-queen. Here goes the flop.
Well, a nice flop for McLean. As he's flopped 2 aces, comes ace-jack-7 with 2 clubs. Action is on our chip leader, Andy Seth. And he's reaching for chips to make a continuation bet here, Vince.
Certainly is 122,000 into the young guy. McLean Karr, age 28. Got in this tournament through a satellite.
He majored in operations research at the Air Force Academy. That's applied mathematics.
He's called it with the aces. Going to walk the dog a little bit. A 5 on the turn. Now that gives